I know this person probably didn't intend this comment to be the compliment that it is. I've heard remarks like this from both men and women all of my life, and it's not generally intended as a compliment. Sadly, it's just an example of how patriarchy compulsively tries to diminish anything it sees as feminine, especially if it's attached to a guy. This more often than not means that traits like empathy, kindness, gentleness, understanding, they all get boxed into femininity or queerness because patriarchy doesn't want men to have those qualities. To enforce this, boys and men have spent the whole of their lives being mocked, teased when it's at its best, and bullied and assaulted when it's at its worst. I can vividly remember things from when I was under 10 where some men who were barely connected to me, like the one that used to carpool us to school, reacted aggressively and explosively just because I didn't fit into his idea of what a boy should be. It honestly took everything that I had as a child and as a teenager to hold on to my sense of self, especially in the face of adult aggression as a child, let alone just from my peers as I grew up. Nowadays, it is incredibly liberating to feel comfortable with my own masculinity, enjoying traditionally masculine interests, while also confidently being able to talk about feminism or queerness or whatever wild niche is I'm taken within that moment. I've got my wife, I've got my friends, I've got my family, and their support is a genuine privilege. I'm not worried if women will find me attractive or if guys will make fun of me or if I'll face repercussions for being who I am. Sure, I'm going to receive comments that undermine my masculinity, but that's part of life and they would have happened regardless of who I am. I don't fear them, they don't bother me personally, because I understand that these comments often come from the pain that men have growing up under patriarchy. Patriarchy forces you into a mold, it turns you into a machine, a copy and paste version of what you're supposed to be. And breaking from that script means risking punishment, threats, aggression, and humiliation. We hear all the time how deaths of despair claim more men's lives than any other illness, and those resulting limitations of patriarchy are chronic and devastating. Like I said in my last video, patriarchy doesn't just hate women, it hates femininity itself in all of its forms. So many men live robotically, told what to do, devoid of critical thought or meaningful self-expression. Society projects an impossible identity onto men, the stoic, unbreakable guy who somehow must provide emotionally, physically, and financially. And then when they inevitably fall short of those unrealistic standards, loneliness, bitterness, and depression set in. And people often point the finger and blame people who make them feel a sense of shame. So men often hate women who feel freely and connect, resent the queer community for openly living their truth, and scapegoating immigrants searching for a better life. Because the truth is, on some level, they feel robbed of that. And ironically, if they were fighting for those causes to make society better for everyone, it would make it better for everyone, including themselves. And these same men end up online unknowingly reinforcing the same mental prisons that they've been trapped in, keeping that cycle of pain going. And to those guys who are trapped in that patriarchal mold, I honestly just feel so much compassion for you.